Alright, so we're watching HammerTh, who's playing a little bit of Orisa and then mostly Winston. This is Paraiso, and we're only covering defense. Winston, Platinum 3, looking for general advice. I peaked Diamond 2 in Season 8, but I haven't really played tank since then. I feel like I'm both not doing enough while at the same time trying to do too much, because I play like I have Diamond supports with me, but I don't. I also always seem to have a DPS player with me who just falls over, no idea how to compensate for that. My aim just looks a little bit jittery and weird. I know, don't worry about it. Okay. Anyway. So, first of all, post Season 9 and after, right, everyone basically got D-ranked, so what you think of as Diamond supports from before are Platinum supports now, just like you used to be in Diamond and you're in Platinum, and that's about accurate. I think everybody, certainly at the higher ranks, it feels like everybody went down about 5 ranks, so the average level of players you're playing with are generally going to be the same, sort of. It's a little more complicated than that, but like, I don't necessarily think that the average skill level has changed all that much. A. B, I think the overarching theme here is you don't know what to do about ball. Or rather, what you do about ball is a mistake. So, as most tanks, the best thing you can do about ball is completely ignore him. Okay? Every second that you go after ball, who is this extremely durable and evasive hero who can also heal very easily, the best thing you can do about ball is just completely ignore him, right? There is, like, ball players do not complain, oh man, everyone on the enemy team is targeting me and my team's not doing anything, right? Ball players complain, I'm taking, the entire team, enemy team's, attention and focus and etc., and my team isn't doing anything because they're dead, right? Ball players would much rather have you focus them down than have you focus their team. And going someone like Winston is very, very strong because you can just completely terrorize his backline, at least until they swap things that you can't bully around anymore, and then you just swap again until it goes, right? The problem here on both Orisa and on Winston is you're constantly trying to figure out what is the ball doing and how do I stop him when you don't have the tools to do that, okay? Like Roadhog sort of can, right? Maga maybe, right? But like on Orisa and Winston, there's like nothing you do. Like Spear is the only thing you got that's gonna have any measurable impact against them. Other than that, the damage is all just tickling, right? Forget it. Don't even worry about it. Just prevent the rest of his team from doing anything and you will win games. Okay? That should be the key, is bully the rest of his team. Don't try to bully the ball specifically because you really don't have the tools to deal with it. Anyway, as a start point. Number 2 is you should be up here. 99% of the heroes in the game should be somewhere on high ground here, okay? The only exceptions here is like Ball, maybe Doomfist, but Ball's like pretty much the only one I can think of for tanks that like would not be situated up top. Always start high ground when you can, because if you're like, oh, I need to be low ground, great, drop down in a second. But if you're like, oh shoot, I need to be high ground, it takes you way too long to rotate up. This is like a very basic mistake you should not be making, especially as a former Diamond player. Like at former Diamond, Diamond 2, you're in the top 20%-ish of the player base. You can't be starting rounds on low ground, right? Like that's just not a thing that you could be doing. Anyway, so Ball's gonna roll through right now. And this is a great example where like I see this, right, as a former GM tank. I don't think I can say I'm GM anymore for sure, right? Because obviously Season 9 GM is like totally different. But as me, I see this and I just completely ignore the ball. What am I gonna do? Like, what are you gonna do to him right now? Like, what, tickle him for, I don't know, 50, 60 damage a second at this range? Because the thing is, like, he's gonna move away so quickly, right? You're gonna do so little damage at this point. Forget about it. Just go for the Tracer. Can you kill a Tracer? No, but I can prevent the Tracer from doing anything, right? I can force rewind, I can force blinks. That's value. You shooting the ball out there is gonna do absolutely nothing. So just focus on the Tracer right away. So, what's the goal here, okay? So we understand, right, what's the lineup we've seen? We've seen Ball, we've seen Tracer. Tracer clearly wants to go this way, right? So play the Torb here, right? Just try to prevent them from getting any openings, any advantage. The ball's going to get in. There's nothing you can do to stop the ball from engaging, okay? That's like impossible. All you can do is prevent the ball from engaging with the rest of his team. Because Ball alone can't kill anyone as long as your supports are alive. It's like basically impossible as long as your support's alive. So as long as you prevent the ball from killing anybody, right, by without having any help from his team, you should be all set. So, you go in here, yep, that's fine. Okay, they start pressuring you, you start taking a step back. So, for the record, closest cover is on this side, right? Just stay over here. But Moira's also slept, so if you want to stay here, try to like shield some of the damage until she gets woken up, that'd be fine too. I don't necessarily know that you need to pop Fortify right now. As a general rule for playing Orisa, spin first, then Fortify. because spin has a lower cooldown. So if you spin, then fortify, then you'll have spin again, okay? But if you fortify and then spin, you lose out on one of your key damage mitigation techniques. This is like Orisa 101, okay? I really don't think that you should be playing Orisa at former Diamond Plus level, right? Because like obviously your frame reference is Season 8 and before, and so is mine, so let's think of that way, right? I don't think Diamond Orisas are popping Fortify first for no reason. Unless there's something specifically that you need to Fortify for, right? Like you're getting shot in the side by a Sleep Dart or something, you don't have time to turn, or Shatter, right? Then you should be popping Spin first. Because popping Fortify first right now is a mistake. I don't even know that you need Fortify right now. You're actually taking very little damage right now. That's the thing, is when you play against a ball lineup, the amount of damage pressure against you, the tank, goes down dramatically. Like imagine if you're playing against another Orisa, or a Maga here, right? Or a Roadhog. You're taking a ton of damage, or a Zarya. But against Ball does like nothing against you. You can just ignore the ball. So who's shooting you right now? An Ana and a Sombra? That's not a lot of damage. I don't even feel like I need to pop Fortify. You could probably just pop Spin here and you're all set. But you're just panicking right now because you're like, oh god, I'm being focused, I got hacked. You're fine, right? Just pop Spin if anything and you're fine, right? Maintain pressure right now. So, what you do right here, this is a mistake. You see you're turning? Don't worry about it. Like, no matter what happens here, you're not going to be affected anyway. Let's say the ball's engaging your Kiriko. Great, right? So, the thing is, like, over here, your Moira or whomever, or Kiriko will just swift step away. Like, she's not going to die here. Your Kiriko will not die. If she dies, it's her fault, not yours. Your job is to prevent these heroes from doing anything. You can literally just run at them. And this is an example where, like, if you had Fortify instead of Spin, right? If you spin right there to spin at the Ana, then pop Fortify and just kill her. Right? Then you kill her, then you kill the Moira, then you kill the Tracer. Like, there's literally nothing they can do to stop you. And that's a key to playing tank, especially at higher ranks, is understanding they don't have the damage to stop you. They don't have Bastion, they don't have Reaper, right? They don't even have like Hanzo with Storm Arrow, they don't have Cassie. They got nothing. Nothing. They have nothing that can stop you, right? This is one of the lowest possible damage lineups that you could get. They can't do anything to stop you from literally just walking into them. Like, if I had no team here, right, and just me, right, in this position, with all my cooldowns, I definitely would kill the Ana at a minimum and then force Moira to fade and force Tracer to at least blink multiple times before I died. Just alone, no healing, just me alone, right? Even against like a GM Ana, like there's nothing she can do when you're fortified. You just spin towards her, you pop Fortify as soon as the spin ends, and then you kill her. Again, super easy, but training for the ball is a mistake. See how you're trying to walk away? And this makes sense against a lot of lineups. So I understand why your instinct is to do this, right? Because you're thinking, hey, look, if you're playing against a brawl lineup, like let's say the heroes here were like Hanzo, Cassidy, you know, Ana, Baptiste. For sure, the right call is to back up. If against this lineup, the right call is actually move forwards. Again, you can't die here. Right? So Ana's silly and dies here. Great. Where Fate is forced. Sombra translocates behind you, so turn around, right? At this point, like, there's nobody in front of you. Just turn around. You saw the translate go across. Okay, great. You turn. You're looking for the Tracer. Fine. All right, you're overheating. Okay, back up here. That's fine. Tracer's still super low, but that's fine. So ball goes. So right now, when the ball goes in, the key thing is, let's think about this for a second. All right, ball engages. If ball engages like this, is the ball going to die? I presume that if you've been playing since at least Season 8, you probably have a lot of Overwatch command. I'm going to guess that you probably have at least 250 hours of competitive, maybe 500 plus. If ball engages right here, without even being able to see his health bar, do we think the ball is going to die here? What are the chances from 0 to 100%? Right? The chance is 0. Okay? Like, there's no way that a ball is going to slam in my team unless the ball knows he is not going to die. Right? The ball only dies if we have something surprising that we can use. So, for example, if I'm Roadhog, I'm Whole Hog, right? Maybe I can use that to kill him, right? Or I know with Sombra's lurking by, we can hack him, we can kill him. But other than that, the ball's not going to die. So why am I attacking the ball? There's no point, right? Yeah, the ball's going to slam, and it's going to shoot somebody, and maybe force fade or whatever, and the heal's going to go off, but like no one's going to die. Instead, the second the ball engages, I turn and I go after whoever's here. How do I know someone's here? Because if there's nobody there, the ball's not going to do anything anyway, right? Turn here, even before knowing the Sombra's there, I would still turn and look. That's the instinct you develop at higher ranks is, hey, this ball's not going to do anything, don't worry about it, just avoid his team. The only way the ball kills someone is the ball and a Sombra, or ball and a Tracer, or ball and Ana get a kill. That's why your goal here is to not worry about the ball, it's to go after the rest of the team. Right away, this is a waste. Just turn and focus down whoever is in the actual front line, because Orisa is a frontline controlling hero. You're not good at dealing with heroes in your backline. Again, you need to control this spot right here and prevent anybody from doing anything. But you see how you're moving backwards right now? Because your instinct is, oh, things are happening behind me, I get scared, I back up. You are a big, scary, durable hero. You are arguably the most durable hero in the entire game. There is no reason to be backing up right now. What you need to do is control all the heroes out here. Because if you stay out here and you prevent these 3 heroes from doing anything, the ball is going to die or retreat in the next 5 seconds. And then the fight is won, right? Then they'll reset and do it again. As long as you control this area, you're good. Just don't lose control of the front line. But you backing up here is a mistake. I would also know right now, you have 585 health, okay? What do you do next? You pop Fortify. What is this? Right? You can't be complaining about teammates if you're popping Fortify when you have basically full health. Why are you popping your longest cooldown for nothing? Like, this is just legitimately bad play, right? There's no way you can blame any supports or DPS for this. Like, you can't be doing this. It's like a huge waste of your cooldown, right? Everything revolves around, hey, do you have Fortify or not? Because Fortify allows you to just commit hard on anybody and get a kill because you're like unkillable while you're Fortify up. All right, so the Tracer's here. So once again, who is more dangerous, Tracer or Orisa? Orisa. Right? Tracer can't stay against you. Right? Just walk into her. Literally, you could just spin here and melee her. It's like, don't even worry about your name. Like, you could literally just walk into her and melee her to force her out of this car. But let's watch what actually happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 seconds until recall gets forced, and it's not even you that forced, it's the Hanzo. What exactly are you doing with your time? Right? Like, what's going on right now? You're not doing anything. If you want to force out the Tracer, just force out the Tracer. Again, I think you are dramatically underestimating how durable you are against this lineup. Like, you're basically never dropping below 75% health against this lineup because they're just not doing any damage to you, even when they try. You could just walk into this Tracer and force her out. Right? And that's what you have to be doing. Force the Tracer out of this close angle, then the Tracer has to rewind or double blink back, then she can't do anything for the rest of the fight. Then from here, after you clear this, go back out this way. So the route you're taking looks like this, right? That prevents everything over here from doing anything and gets the Tracer out of the fight. Then just the ball and the Sombra. And you don't know where the Sombra is, so like, what can you do about that? Right? But you're wasting way too much time here. Again, not the ball here. Go for the, like, you see, the ball's not gonna die. That's the thing I'm trying to teach you here is the ball will not die. Okay? He can't die here. He cannot die. Don't worry about saving the turret. The turret's not gonna do anything. Just walk down, clear the Tracer, then clear the rest of the team, and you're good. Right? Now the Tracer gets free. Again, you're trying to shoot somebody really far away instead of shooting the Ana. Right? Great. Ana dies. So, put him down over here. Right? So now we're back in reset mode. So, we're resetting, right? So, we're getting all 5 heroes again. Where do I want to be playing? I want to be playing up. Right? Because I want to be shutting down this angle right here. Especially because Tracer and Sombra are really, really hard for me to deal with anyway. So the only ones I can consistently kill here are the Ana and force out the Warrior of Fate. That's the best I can do. So just play up right now. This is a mistake. Play up. See, they're even poking your turret down. You can even go here, jump up, and play high ground right now. I would think that that's totally legitimate. Arguably, actually even better. So that turret's down. I don't know why you don't javelin right away there at point blank. So, now they're going after your back line. Right? You get stuck because you don't fortify, and then you're going to die. So, let's roll this back. Why do we ultimately lose control of this fight? Right? So, let's think about this. Turret goes down. Now they're going in. So now the Tracer's in top of your team. Rewind is forced, but you see how your whole team has been forced back into this small area with no cover. Right? Now from here, ball's going to start engaging. Again, if you were playing out, like over here, for example, you can control this top area, you control the Honor, or whatever it ends up being. But the thing is, you're not doing anything right now. Like, no one on their team cares about you. And that's the problem with playing tank, is you need to make them care about you, or else you're going to lose. Right? You're not actually doing it, right? See, Sombra goes over here, goes for the hack. You try to keep Moira alive, but, like, it's really hard. Your goal here is, like, look, you don't know the timing for when the Sombra hack is going to go, okay? It's hack and virus. So instead of worrying about that, worry about the heroes that you can control and try to trade out. Like, maybe your Sombra dies, but if you kill the enemy Ana, you're good, right? Or you force the Moira and the Tracer back. Like, can you kill them? No, but you can force them back. If you can force these 3 heroes out of range, they kill the Moira, right? And that's it, right? So from here, okay, you're trying to chase down. Moira phase gets popped. I would note that once again, you pop Fortify when you're basically not taking any damage. Why are you popping Fortify? You're at full health. Like, I don't think you understand what Fortify is for. You use Fortify when you need to reduce the damage that's coming in, and in a very rare kind of scenario, to reduce your heat. Right? I would say, like, not even 1 out of 100 times is that what you do. You do it to reduce damage. No one is targeting you right now. Why are you popping Fortify? Mm-hmm. See, now this is when Fortify would be extremely useful. But again, you've lost a lot of heroes right now. But, like, I think even if you pop Fortify, it's possible that you could have turned this. Right? You pop Fortify right now. Right, especially if you hit the Javelin. If you hit the Javelin... So, like, really, the difference between you and me in this situation, besides the position... But let's say, imagine, like, let's say I was forced in this position right now, okay? I force out the Moira. I go after the Moira right now, as I'm shooting at her, okay? Then, I throw a Javelin. I probably hit the Javelin. It's not a hard Javelin to hit at this range. Pulse gets popped on me. Now I pop Fortify, right? Pulse does almost no damage, and then now I just force out, right? Moira's already dead at this point. Ball I ignore, I turn around, I force the Tracer back, and we're good, right? I use spin to stay alive if I have to, and we hold the point. That's the difference between you and a higher ranked Orisa, because all the things you're doing right now are wrong. Alright. So, we're just jockeying around. Once again, Fortify usage is very bad. That Javelin's not going to do anything. Okay, this is... Everything here is confusing, but fine. That Javelin is terrible. So, save Javelin for high percentage opportunities, okay? Does this seem like a likely Javelin? I guess she was low, but, like, it doesn't feel like I would have enough time to get it off in time. So, right here, the goal should be to actually focus down the Ana, because you know the Ana will die. If you walk into this room, the Ana will die. Okay, there's just no way. Like, you just walk into the room, and that's it. Like, she has nowhere to go. So, the Tracer over here, there's very little that you can do about her, right? You can't consistently hit her, so just walk in and kill the Ana. Like, go for the easy kills. Right? But now your Fortify is over. Good Javelin, right? Great Javelin here to break Coalescence. But once again, like, you're going to lose the fight because your backline just gets shredded, and you're just not doing enough. Right? Here they are, right? Going after the Cassidy. Cassidy's still getting focused. Still getting focused. Coalescence, you break that. Okay, fine. Right? Goes Force Traces in the backline. Kills the Hanzo, right? Backline still getting killed, getting killed, getting killed. And now you run over here, and now you pop ultimate, and now it's too late. Like, you need to... When you have the opportunity to do something, you need to take it when you're playing against this dive line. So I also wouldn't have stayed as Orisa anyway, honestly. Paraiso, second in particular, is very vertical, so Orisa's not a good choice. But Orisa's also not a good choice against their lineup because you have trouble finding people to bully, right? Orisa loves fighting bulky targets that struggle to get away from her, right? You're looking at the Cassidys, the Reapers, the, Hanzos of the world, right? Those, like, large targets, May too, right? Those large targets where you can just chase them down and kill them. Because you have a lot of tools that allows you to get up close and then stay alive through it, right? May, for example, you can even just pop Fortify through her ultimate and just ignore it completely. So, Ana is a great target for you to bully, right? Baptiste is another target that you can bully. But, like, Tracer, Sombra, not so good. And so when you have the opportunities to actually get a kill, you need to take it. Alright, so you're going to swap the Winston here. I agree with the Winston. I think Winston's excellent against their lineup. So, our note here is, look, we don't want to be focusing down the ball, right? We're looking for anybody but the ball. Their Tracer, by the way, is really bad. So, like, you got quite lucky here in terms of how much, like, their Tracer's going to, like, die pretty much off cooldown constantly. I think this dive is way too far. Right? Like, this is crazy. You really should have died right here. So, let's think about, why don't I want to go right now? So, my whole team is in the back, and we understand, look, there's stuff that's going on back here. Why am I going all the way over to the Ana here when there is this Moira right here, right? Just drop on the Moira, force Fade, then think about what to do after that. You don't need to use Jump. But jumping this far allows everyone on the opposing team to suddenly collide on you, right? So, or collapse on you. So, here we are right here. The reason that you don't die here is because the Sombra hacks you too early. Right? Which means that you're able to get the jump back because she hacks you when you still don't even have jump on off cooldown, and then you manage to get away. But you definitely could have died here, right? Between that and the Ana has Sleep Dart too and Grenade, like she could have just walked into this and killed you. At higher ranks, the Ana sees this and it's like, oh, okay, you want to do this? A, she sleeps you out of the air, steps forward, then shot, grenade, shot, melee, and the rest of her team kills you. Like, this is not a thing. You're jumping from way too far away into too many enemy heroes. Okay, so we're getting chipped down here, right? Because obviously you're trying to return. But a big part of this is because you did that bad jump, right? Because now you've lost so much of your health. So you just need to chill for a second. So where do I chill? Just walk over here, right? Just play over here, play safe, right? Both of your supports can heal you. You'll be healed up in a second. You don't want to go away because the Moira is the one who's going to heal the most, and she's a close range healer. But you see how you're taking damage right now, right? And you're like, okay, cool, I'm purple. Now I'm in danger, right? And you jump away. Now, to be fair, I think because you're purple, I think it's reasonable to jump right now. But I think that if I jump away, there's a very strong chance that we're going to lose this fight. Because jumping away reduces the amount of pressure that you are able to put on the opposing team, and now you need to jump to come back in, which means you have no jump to escape, which means your next fight is committed. Defensive bubbles almost always means you're going to lose the fight. I understand why you did this, because you're at 178 and you're like scared, but like realistically it was just a ball here, so I would probably sit here and just wait it out and see if the ball shoots me, I just turn my head. Right? With 2 supports, I'm probably not going to die here, and I don't need to use the bubble. So now we see the problem, okay? Because now you don't have bubble, which means how do you engage? If you engage here, you're committed, which is what I mentioned earlier. And so now all you can do right now is try to stall, which is bad, because there actually are opportunities here. You can force Tracer back, you can force the Ana back, like you could do a lot here if you had bubble, but you don't. So we're gonna go after the supports right now. Luckily the Ana doesn't sleep you for some reason. Moira's gone, so the second Moira's gone, I turn and look. Like there's usually somebody back here, right? Tracer's really low back here. You just had the awareness right now after the Moira fades out, right? Now, I instantly 180 and I look to see, hey, look what's going on back here, right? I'm like, oh, I hear the Tracer? Great, now I jump and I kill the Tracer. I instantly kill the Tracer on landing, right? This is silly. You should not be doing this. Just go back. So, again, we see the ball, we come over here. So, who am I waiting for? Not the ball, but the Tracer. I just heard the Tracer. You literally just heard the Tracer multiple times, right? Stop jumping the ball. Go over here. Deep jump over here, because the Tracer's clearly trying to play this room, like this area over here, to break out LOS and like reload. Just force the Tracer out completely. Alright, Moira dies, you should have meleeed there. So, yep. Bad jump. You should have landed right there. But Tracer dies, it's still fine. You can get that melee in when he goes away. Alright, so we reset. So Tracer's over here. Zap, okay, Tracer. Yeah, I think this is fine. I think this is a bad jump. So looking at this, I'm going to guess is that you don't have good control over your jumps, which we're also going to see later with Primal. You need to be able to short jump on Winston. And I have a whole separate guide on that. Karq also has one as well. But when you jump, pull back on the S key, right? The backwards arrow. So when you jump, you go like half distance. Because where you actually want to land, you want to land here for maximum damage. But where you actually end up landing is further. See? This is where you actually end up landing. This is a big difference, which is like 50, 60 damage to the Tracer, right? Not including the fact that you can melee right away, which I would, because I want to burst down as much as I can in this situation. So, like, this is a big deal to give that up right now. And now the Tracer gets to run around with more health. And if the Tracer's lower, then she has to play very differently, right? This Tracer should really have 90 health less than she has right now, but you just don't have the mechanics to pull it off. All right, Tracer. This is a really good example of like, hey, just short jump. So I'm thinking right now, look, even before you jumped, she already finished her fade. Just short jump right here and the Moira instantly dies. But you can't control it, which means you go all the way over here. And now you land in an awkward spot where you're both not on the Moira and not on the Widow or the Ana. So now you're sitting over here and you wasted this entire rotation. Like, the games are pretty forgiving, right? Like, their team makes so many mistakes. Like, think about the fact that the Moira just faded in front of you, but you just don't have the mechanics to kill her. Like, she literally fades in front of you. It takes a very small amount of mechanical improvement to be able to instantly kill this Moira. Alright, you get slept, which is honestly fine, because she slept me very early, so, like, I now have the opportunity to get a kill, right? I now know she does not have sleep. So, for example, jump primal now guarantees a kill in the Ana. It's almost impossible for her to stay alive now without sleep. Right. So Tracer's up there. You go on Tracer if you want, but fade gets forced, or pulse gets rewind gets forced. Pulse thrown, she misses it. I understand the bubble there. I don't necessarily know the bubble actually would have done anything. I think if you thought that was actually going to kill you, you should have popped primal. Right? So you're already pretty far away. The bubble, I don't think, yeah, bubble doesn't do anything. I would just drop there. I would 100% be looking to pressure right now, right? Because you're healed up right now, and you have primal. I think that you could definitely jump in right now. The problem is if you wait, what's going to happen? The Widow is going to get up, get an angle, and then get a kill, potentially, right? If I just continue applying pressure, which I can right now because I have full health, and they have a very low damage lineup, it's fine. Like, for example, if this Widow was, a Torb, or a Reaper, or a Hanzo, or Bastion, I can't do this. But against this lineup, they're very soft, so I can do a lot. The Tracer also has no rewind. So I'm looking to follow this and get the kill right now. There's the Widow. There's no need to jump there. Like, you getting headshot by a Widow doesn't mean nothing. Don't go for the ball. This is a mistake. As I mentioned earlier, do not go for the ball. Your goal is, hey, go out here, deal with this, right? Or deal with these two. Like, there's so many other better options than for you to go after the ball. And now the Widow gets a free kill. Right? Because your job should be dealing with the Widow right now, not the ball. This is good for the ball. I cannot emphasize this. It is good for the ball for you to be damaging the ball. You do not want to do this. You're way better at killing the rest of the lineup. Another good example, I literally have never seen you use the short jump, so it's possible you do not understand how the mechanic works. But, again, I would strongly advise you to watch those videos and understand, look, how do you do basic jumps on Winston? Because this is a really easy kill. Right? I don't even know if the Ana has sleep back. She's sleep back now, at least. But this is great. Short jump onto them, pop, bubble, melee as you land, zap, 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 zap. She sleeps you? Okay, fine. That means she's probably going to run away, right? She doesn't sleep you? Okay, she dies here. So she probably sleeps you. If she misses sleep dart, you probably kill her. If you need to, pop primal and the fight's won. Like, this is an easy fight win from here. Like, there's almost no way, if I was in your position, even with the Kiriko dead for the window, there's almost no way that I would lose this fight with primal and in the position that they're currently in. But the correct combination for primal is you jump, you melee, you pop bubble, then you pop primal, then you hit them, then you jump, land, hit them again, they die. That is the correct combination for Primal Rage. If you want to get to higher ranks on Winston, it is a very basic combination that you need to be able to do really consistently. All right? That's not even considering like all the other advanced things you can do. That's like Winston 101 level type stuff to be able to get into the top 25%. You need to be able to pull this off. This jump is really, really far over, right? The bubble does nothing. Then you pop Primal, and then you are not going for the Ana, who is the correct hero to be killing right now. You go after the most evasive heroes instead. Very lucky she dies here. I don't even know why she dies. She has Rewind right now. But this is what I mean. It's like, look, she just pops Rewind or Blink right now when she lives. But she doesn't pop either one. Very, very lucky right now. So, you completely whiff the Moira, right? For the record, you hear everybody. When you jump over here, you heard the shot on the Widow, / saw her while you were in the air. You heard her footsteps. You heard the footsteps right there, right? Like, you had to have known she's up top. This is like general game sense awareness. Like, you basically waste the whole Primal Rage here. The only kill you got was on the Tracer, who had no business dying with 2 blinks and a Rewind. You go after the Widow finally after she's killed 2, but like, now how do you win the fight, right? Alright, so we're holding here. Get slept. So one thing to watch out here for is a combination of sleep and grenade can kill you very, very quickly. Their lineup has also changed a lot, right? So you notice that the Widow, for example, has gone to Reaper, right? I think it's the Widow, and this is the Tracer, right? The Tracer's gone to Cassidy. So the way you could play before, where you could be ultra aggressive, now you need to slow down a little more. Because again, they do a lot more damage than the previous lineup. But you lose one, I think resetting here is fine. So I'm looking for, not the Reaper, obviously. This bubble's not going to do anything. I'm still looking for, hey, who are the squishy targets, right? The Moira, the Ana, maybe the Cassidy, if I have help. But this point-blank fight with the Reaper is not what you want to be doing. Not having bubble right now is bad. Don't poke long angles against people who are better at poking than you are. Yeah, see, this is the problem, is this jump, so where you want to be is you want to already be here with jump, drop into them, then jump out. But this is why, like, you shouldn't be here, right? You should have already gone this way and gone up top and been able to play from the high ground. Because what are they going to do about a Winston who stays up here, drops into them, zap, 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 pop bubble, zap, 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 then jumps out? Nothing. They can't deal with that, right? But if you play long angles, you get poked down first and you don't have bubble. Now you go here, Kitsune's in, you got bubble, right? So the thing is, I don't want to pop Primal here because I'm at 461 before that Primal. Like, you're not close to dying. There's no red on your screen, there's no gasp. Right here, you're at 461. I don't need to do anything. That's fine. Like, I see the more fades, right? Kitsune's been popped. We probably won this fight. Just jump out. Why am I popping Primal here? Like, now you're just over-ulting. You go in for the Ana, right? Get slept, of course. And, like, I can tell, like, your Primal Rage needs so much work. So you're panicking right now really fast, right? The second you have jump, you're like hitting it right away. Take a second and look. Like, you have time. You have, 1,300 health. Look, right? Just do a swing, right? Take a swing like this. That'll knock Reaper to the left. Reaper's not going to die, so I'm not going to worry about him. Cassie gets knocked over there. Then I jump here onto 3 people and I kill everybody. This is like a fairly easy double kill, maybe even a triple kill in this situation. But you see how you hit and jump at the same time, which is a really bad habit, right? Because now you have no control over where they end up going. Now you go too far. Your landing damage with Primal Rage is very important. You need to be landing on them for the 50 damage, right? And then follow up with the swings. Again, watch here. So you walk over. What's the correct move right here? The correct move is to short jump right here in front of the Ana and just juggle her against the wall and she dies. But you don't have any of that control. You don't even know who you're going for. You're just swinging wildly, right? Like, you have no, like, even right here, this is a really easy jump. Okay? This Ana just chilling. You still jump over her and you're swinging way too high, which is a common mistake for Primal Rage. And now you're too far and you're just not doing any damage. The Ana's all the way down to what, like 80 health right now? If you did just slightly better mechanics, the Ana dies. Right now, I don't know why you don't jump in. You have 280 health and your entire team is dead or about to be dead, right? So Cassie's dead right now. Motor's super low. Just jump and trade out for the Ana because you have short spawn, they have longer spawn. So it's okay to trade out to guarantee that the Ana dies right now. It's very hard for you to get away. You could have jumped away at any moment in time if you wanted to, and you chose not to. Yeah. Okay, so recapping. Your overarching problem against ball specifically is that you spend too much time worrying about the ball and not enough time worrying about what can I actually do, right? Bully the rest of their team. In fact, I think that's an overarching theme for both heroes. Bully the rest of their team. Who do I have good matchups against? Find those matchups, hunt them, constantly keep going after them all the time. I think that's kind of the big point number 1. On Winston, I think there's a lot there, but I think that independent of just the ball one, right, which we already covered, I think you need to get much better with your jump mechanics. In particular, you need to be able to do a short jump, right, which is probably the most useful of the jumps to understand and know. You need to be able to short jump on command in order to be able to get kills. And I'd say number 3 is you need to practice Primal and Primal in the right times. And understanding, look, I need to land first, then pop Primal to get more damage in is extremely, really helpful. All right. I'm going to hold there. Hopefully this is helpful.